We asked a handful of legal services consumers and practitioners to share their thoughts and experiences on diversity and inclusion and trust and ethics in the sector. Here are some of the things they told us.
If you don't understand your client or where they're coming from, you may not be necessarily providing them the best service.
I sat in the court waiting rooms for many hours awaiting outcomes of things, and I saw other solicitors and barristers and sort of the staff as well, all very just, white British and not diverse at all.
Middle or upper class, well educated. The stereotype, I would think, would be my experience.
I still hold solicitors in really high regard because I think they are very knowledgeable. They've obviously trained for a very long time.
The advice I received was usually very helpful. What I wanted was to have my hand held throughout, and I do feel that was the case.
For people that maybe are neurodivergent or have a learning difference, it just overwhelms.
People aren't always understanding and appreciative of any adjustments that I need because I don't look disabled.
Disabled lawyers have a unique perspective to offer because of their lived experience. And I think that's the case with all aspects of diversity. There is a unique insight being offered.
I think it's critical when you have people from all walks of life being charged with X, Y, Z, that it should be a diverse range of judges from different backgrounds.
Not only like a wide pool of people to choose from, but also like a wide spread of knowledge.
It's that gaining of an understanding. They can just relate to their client, and then you build a trusting relationship.
We can't have the legal profession be a one-size-fits-all because that's not how it works.
A lot of the time, law firms won't necessarily have like a transitioning policy.
Had I not attended a diversity event as a law student and spoken to a senior disabled lawyer, I don't think that I would have had the courage to kind of enter the profession.
Role models are key. We need people visible at all levels of the business who will speak out about their experiences and about their needs.
I was the first barrister to come out publicly as non-binary, and that's been really well accepted. In barristers' chambers, everyone is self-employed and there's not always diversity committee.
The number of like women who hold high positions, I would definitely like that to be like a higher percentage.
Representing the percentage of disabled people, of ethnic minorities, those who are state school educated, and goes all the way through then in terms of keeping them once they enter the profession.
I've seen many firms have very good equality statements on their websites. But as a matter of fact, they are very unfair in the way they administer their working practices.
If you're working long hours and that's expected of your staff, as the norm, then you're going to put off, again, people with families.
We should see more of a focus on diversity monitoring and data collection, also looking at the data and the outcomes.
A strategic approach to recruiting a more diverse workforce and to evaluate that.
We've had recently some Let's Talk About Disability sessions, which is really good in like promoting internal conversations about disability.
Becoming more accessible to those with disabilities. I think it's essential.
By being more accessible to the public so that the public know where they can go for reliable advice at a price that they can afford.
The system doesn't seem to be geared to support the defendants. Have a financial and a cohesive system that works for everybody. Money buys you success, it buys you the right contacts, it opens doors that aren't open to other people.
Breaking down the stigma that the bar is for a privileged few.
Well, I've got a lot of trust in it. The outcomes for me personally have always been okay.
Somebody to be open, honest, and let you know what's what. It does take an element of bravery to be like, no, I'm going to go with what's right.
I adhere to a code of conduct as a barrister practicing at the bar. It's knowing the difference between right and wrong.
Ethics is a way of life. It's not just a way of working.
These are the views of the people we spoke to, but they give us food for thought. What role will you play in helping to address the challenges facing the legal services sector?